This story is very meaningful. Everyone should hear it. Listen to Brian tell the story. My bike was gone, muddy, soaked, and dragged out of some ditch by my sister's petty friends. That's where this insane story peaks. I stood there in my parents' backyard, heart pounding, staring at the empty spot where I'd parked my trusty $50 ride just hours before. The air smelled of turkey and gravy from the dinner we'd just had, but all I could feel was rage bubbling up, hot and sharp, like I'd swallowed a live coal. I'm Alex, 25, a YouTuber who thrives on real-life drama for my channel, Drama Life USA. I ride my bike everywhere, film everything, and apparently, I'm the family scapegoat who can't catch a break. I've got a mild case of autism, so loud noises grind my gears, ironic considering the chaos my family keeps dragging me into. This whole mess started over something as dumb as me eating lunch at a hospital cafeteria once a week, but it spiraled into a full-blown war with my sister Lily, her minions, and my enabling parents. Let me take you back to how it all began. It's a Tuesday, and I'm pedaling my bike through the quiet streets near my job, a content creator gig that pays just enough to keep me afloat. The hospital's a few blocks away, and its cafeteria is my sanctuary. Cheap food, decent variety, and best of all, no screaming crowds like the local diners. I roll up, lock my bike to the rack, and grab my camera. "Hey folks," I say, filming myself walking in. "Alex here, back at my favorite lunch spot. No drama today, just some peace and quiet." The place smells faintly of disinfectant and coffee, a weirdly comforting mix. Tina, the cafeteria worker with a gap-toothed grin, spots me and waves. "Chicken nuggets or salad today, Alex?" she asks, her voice warm like she's known me forever. "Nuggets," I grin. "Gotta treat myself." She chuckles, tossing an extra one on my tray. "You're our regular now. Don't let that family of yours ruin this for you." I laugh, but her words stick. She's heard me vent about Lily before, my 21-year-old sister who's been a control freak since we were kids. I settle at a table by the window, the hum of the hospital fading into white noise. It's perfect. No one's yelling, no one's judging, just me, my nuggets, and my thoughts. I'm halfway through when my phone buzzes. Lily. "Where are you?" her text reads, sharp and nosy. "Lunch," I reply, keeping it vague. "Hospital again?" she shoots back. I roll my eyes. She's been on my case ever since she found out I eat here. "Yep," I type. "Problem?" No response for a minute, then, "You're so weird. That place isn't for you." I shove my phone in my pocket, annoyed but not surprised. Lily's always had this thing about being right, even when it's none of her business. A week later, it blows up. I'm at my parents' house, a modest 2-story with peeling paint and a backyard full of memories, mostly me dodging Lily's tantrums. The place smells like old wood and Mom's lavender candles, a scent that used to feel like home but now just makes me tense. She's home from college, lounging in the kitchen, sprawled across a chair with her legs kicked up on the table. She's scrolling her phone, but the second I walk in with my bike helmet dangling from my hand, she snaps to attention. "You're still eating at that hospital?" she says, her voice high and accusing, cutting through the quiet like a knife. She's got this smug look, her dark hair yanked into a messy bun, arms crossed tight like she's judge and jury rolled into one. I lean against the counter, feeling the cool edge press into my back, and try to keep it casual. "Yeah," I say, "it's close to work. What's your deal?" Her eyes narrow into slits, and I can see the wheels turning in her head, that same old need to pick a fight. "It's wrong, Alex. That food's for sick people, not you." I laugh, short and sharp, the sound bouncing off the chipped cabinets. "It's a cafeteria, Lily, not a soup kitchen. I pay for it." She stomps her foot, actually stomps it like she's 12 again, the thud echoing on the linoleum. "No, it's messed up. I'm telling Mom and Dad." I roll my eyes, but there's a knot in my stomach. She's always been like this, spoiled, dramatic, turning every little thing into a crusade. I grab a soda from the fridge, the cold can biting my fingers, and mutter, "Go ahead, tattle like you always do." She smirks, a flash of triumph in her eyes, and bolts out of the room. I hear her footsteps pounding up the stairs, then her muffled voice calling for Mom. I slump against the counter, already dreading what's coming. This isn't just about lunch, it's Lily needing to win, and me being the punching bag. 10 minutes later, the kitchen's a war zone. Mom shuffles in, her apron dusted with flour from whatever she's baking, her face creased with that worried look she gets when Lily's upset. Dad's right behind her, his glasses perched low on his nose, hands stuffed in his pockets like he's bracing for a lecture. Lily's perched on the couch now, arms still crossed, watching me like a hawk. "Alex," Mom starts, her voice soft but edged with reproach. "Lily says you've been eating at the hospital cafeteria. Why would you do that?" I pop the soda tab, the hiss loud in the tense air, and shrug. "It's quiet, it's cheap, and the food's decent. I go once a week. What's the big deal?" Dad shakes his head, his jaw tight. "It's not right, son. Those places are for people who need to be there. Patients, staff, families, not for you to just hang out." I feel my chest tighten, irritation flaring hot and fast. "I'm not stealing from patients, Dad. I'm a paying customer. It's not a charity." Lily pipes up, her voice dripping with venom. "It's embarrassing, Alex. You're making us look weird." I turn to her, patience fraying like an old rope. "How's it your problem, Lily? It's my lunch, not yours." She leans forward, eyes blazing. "Because it's selfish. You don't belong there." I laugh again, but it's bitter now, tasting like acid. "Selfish? I'm supporting their business. You're just mad you can't control me." Her face flushes red and she jumps up, pointing at me. "You're such a jerk! Mom, Dad, tell him he's wrong." Mom wrings her hands, glancing between us. "Alex, maybe you could eat somewhere else, for Lily's sake?" I slam the soda can down, the clang ringing out. "For Lily's sake? Why's it always about her?" That's when Jess walks in, Mom's friend from down the street, a nosy hairdresser with a loud laugh and a habit of showing up unannounced. She's got a casserole dish in her hands, her blonde curls bouncing as she strides through the back door. "Whoa, what's all this yelling?" she says, setting the dish on the counter with a thud. Her eyes dart between us, gleaming with curiosity. "Lily's mad because I eat at the hospital cafeteria," I say, hoping she'll back me up. Jess raises an eyebrow, then bursts out laughing. "The hospital? Honey, I eat there all the time. They've got the best pie for $3. Lily's jaw drops, and I feel a flicker of triumph. "See?" I say, pointing at Jess. "It's normal." But Lily's not having it. "You're both freaks," she snaps, storming out of the room. Jess shrugs, unfazed. "She's a spitfire, that one. You keep eating where you want, Alex." I wish it ended there, but it doesn't. That night, I'm back at my apartment, a cramped one-bedroom with a sagging couch and a desk piled with camera gear. I fire up my laptop and film a quick update for my channel. "So, my family thinks I'm a villain for eating at the hospital cafeteria," I say, the dim light casting shadows on my tired face. Lily's leading the charge, parents are on her side, and I'm over it. Am I the asshole? Hit me up in the comments. I post it and crash, expecting maybe a dozen replies. By morning, it's blown up, hundreds of comments. "NTA, hospitals don't care who eats there," one says. "Your sister sounds like a brat," another adds. I scroll through, a grin spreading across my face. I'm not crazy, but Lily doesn't let it go. She calls me the next day, her voice shrill through the phone. I'm biking home from work, the wind whipping past when I answer. "You still going there?" she demands. "Yep," I say, pedaling harder up a hill, my legs burning. "Not your business," she huffs, loud and dramatic. "You're so selfish, Alex, I can't believe you." I grit my teeth, the handlebars slick under my palms. "Get over it, Lily." I hang up, but then Mom calls. "Alex, stop going," she pleads, her voice shaky. "You're upsetting Lily." I swerve around a pothole, frustration boiling over. "I don't live with you anymore," I snap. "This is why I moved out." Dad calls next, his tone gruff. "We raised you better than this." I pull over, chest heaving, and yell into the phone, "It's just lunch! You're all insane!" They keep at it for days. Texts, calls, guilt trips, until I'm ready to chuck my phone into traffic. I vent to Jake, my cousin, over lunch at the cafeteria. He's a lanky guy with a mop of brown hair and a bike just like mine. We're sitting by the window, the hum of the place soothing my frayed nerves. "Lily's lost it," I say, stabbing a fry into ketchup. "She's got Mom and Dad hounding me over this." Jake snorts, wiping mayo off his chin. "She's unhinged, man. This place is great. Quiet, cheap. I'm joining you next week." I grin, filming him. "New recruit for Team Cafeteria." Tina swings by, dropping off extra fries. "You boys causing trouble?" she teases. "Always," Jake says, winking. I laugh, feeling lighter. But then Lily finds out Jake's eating there too, and it's like I've declared war. She drags the whole family into it. Aunt Marie and Uncle Jim get a call from her, and I hear about it when Uncle Jim phones me, chuckling. Lily's whining that you're exploiting the hospital, he says. She's nuts. I told your parents they're enabling her. I'm at my desk, editing a video, and his words hit like a lifeline. Thanks, Uncle Jim, he grunts. Keep doing you, kid. Jake texts me later. Lily's pissed I'm on your side. This is hilarious. I lean back, a smirk tugging at my lips. Maybe I've got allies after all. Then there's Marcus, my coworker, a wiry guy with a buzz cut and a sharp tongue. He overhears me griping at work and jumps in. Hospital food? I'd eat there too if it's cheap, he says, tapping away at his laptop. Your sister sounds like a dictator. I nod, grateful for the backup. She is. Thinks she runs my life. Marcus grins. Next time she bugs you, tell her I'll start eating there too. Really mess with her. I laugh, picturing Lily's meltdown. Deal. It all comes to a head at that dinner. My parents invite me over, claiming it's an apology. I roll up on my bike, the evening air crisp, and lock it in the backyard behind the shed. Inside, the table's set with turkey, drumsticks glistening with gravy, my weakness. I dig in, sauce dripping down my chin, and Lily giggles from across the table. You're such a pig, she says, but it's light, almost nostalgic. I think maybe we're good. Then I step outside to leave and my bike's gone. My heart slams against my ribs, panic surging. Where's my bike? I shout, bursting back in. Mom's eyes widen, Dad frowns, but Lily's got this sly little smile, her fingers tapping her glass. Lily, I growl, what did you do? She shrugs, all wide-eyed innocence. Nothing. Maybe someone stole it. I'm shaking now, fury and disbelief crashing together. Bullshit, I say, pulling out my phone. I'm checking Mr. Dawson's cameras. The old man's on his porch, sipping a beer, and waves me over. Saw something funny tonight, he says, his voice gravelly, eyes twinkling with mischief. We watch the footage, Lily's friends, Claire and Sophie, dragging my bike into a minivan, giggling like it's a game. My stomach twists, I march back, filming. Lily, you had them steal my bike? She bursts into tears, loud and fake, collapsing onto the couch. It was a prank. You made me apologize for the cafeteria, and I was mad. Mom rushes over, stroking her hair. Alex, calm down, she didn't mean it. Dad nods. It's just a bike, son. Just a bike? I roar, my voice cracking. It's my only way to work, I call Jake, my hands trembling. Lily stole my bike. Get over here. He's there fast, eyes blazing. She's a psycho, he says, filming with me as we corner her. Where's my bike, Lily? She sobs harder, but I'm done playing nice. I'm calling the cops unless it's back now. Her face goes white, and she grabs her phone, whispering frantically. An hour later, the minivan screeches up. Claire and Sophie stumble out, mud up to their knees, hauling my bike, sopping wet, caked in filth. What the hell? I yell, zooming in. Lily told us to dump it in Miller's Pond, Claire mutters, avoiding my eyes. We had to dig it out. I turn to Lily, who's a mess now, tears real and snotty. You tried to ruin my bike over a cafeteria? She collapses again, kicking the floor like a toddler, and I'm stunned. This is my sister, acting like a child. Mom and Dad finally break. Lily, fix this, Dad snaps. She drags herself outside, scrubbing the bike under his watch while I salvage the headlight, my hands shaking with leftover rage. She glares at me when she's done, but Mom cuts her off. We're ashamed, Lily. I sit them down after, voice steady. She's like this because you let her be. I'm done being the bad guy. They nod, silent, and Dad drives me home, slipping me cash for a new water bottle. We screwed up, he says. I just nod. Lily's friends ditch her after my video goes viral. 1.5 million views. Her college crew brands her bike thief, and she locks herself in her room for days. Mom and Dad beg me to take the blame, but I shut it down. She's an adult. Let her deal. They back off, and now they act like it never happened. Lily avoids me, which suits me fine. At the cafeteria, Tina slides me extra nuggets. You're a legend, she says. Jake's there too, grinning. My phone buzzes. A text. You'll regret this. I laugh. Lily's not done, I tell the camera. Stick around, folks. My phone buzzes. A text. You'll regret this. I laugh, a dry, tired sound that echoes in the quiet cafeteria. Lily's not done, I tell the camera, holding it up so the lens catches Jake's grin and Tina's knowing smirk across the counter. Stick around, folks. I shove the phone in my pocket, but the words linger, sharp and cold, like a splinter under my skin. I'm back at the hospital cafeteria, my safe haven, sitting with Jake at our usual table by the window. The smell of fries and antiseptic fills the air, and Tina's humming some old pop song as she wipes down trays. It's peaceful, or it should be, but that text has my nerves buzzing. Lily's been radio silent for weeks, avoiding me after the bike fiasco, after her college crew turned on her, after Mom and Dad finally stopped playing Shield. I figured she'd given up. Guess I underestimated her spite. Jake nudges me, his turkey wrap half-eaten. She's bluffing, man. What's she gonna do, steal your bike again? He chuckles, but there's a glint in his eye, like he's half expecting more chaos. I shrug, picking at my nuggets. Who knows? She's petty enough to try anything. Tina swings by, dropping off a soda I didn't order. On the house, she says, her gap-toothed smile softening the edges of my mood. You look like you need it after that family mess. I nod, grateful. Thanks, Tina. You're the real MVP here. She laughs, loud and bright. Damn right. Tell your sister to come fight me if she's got a problem. I manage a grin, but my mind's racing. Lily's not the type to let go. She's been stewing, plotting, probably crying to her clique about how I ruined her life. The video I posted, the one with Claire and Sophie confessing, hit 1.5 million views. It's my biggest hit yet, and it turned her into a campus joke. Bike thief Lily. I didn't mean to tank her social life, but I'm not sorry either. She brought it on herself. Still, that text feels like a storm cloud rolling in, and I can't shake it. A few days later, it hits. I'm at work, hunched over my laptop editing a new video, when Marcus slaps a printout on my desk. You see this? He says, his voice sharp with amusement. It's a screenshot from some college gossip page. Spotted, bike thief Lily starting a petition to ban outsiders from the hospital cafeteria. My jaw drops, then I laugh, loud and incredulous. She's what? Marcus grins, leaning against my cubicle. Yep. Says it's sacred ground for patients, not random weirdos like her brother. She's got like 10 signatures, mostly her friends. I snatch the paper, my pulse kicking up. She's lost it. This is her big revenge? I bike to the cafeteria that afternoon, camera in hand, ready to film this absurdity. Tina's at the counter and I wave her over. You hear about Lily's petition? I ask, zooming in on her confused frown. Petition? She says, wiping her hands on her apron. What's that girl up to now? I show her the screenshot, and she snorts, shaking her head. Sacred ground? Honey, we've got construction workers, delivery guys, and half the neighborhood eating here. She's delusional. I laugh, filming the empty tables around us. Exactly. Let's see how this plays out. Word spreads fast. Jake texts me the next day. Lily's at the hospital right now handing out flyers. You gotta see this. I grab my bike and race over, adrenaline pumping. Sure enough, there she is, standing outside the entrance, clutching a stack of neon yellow papers, her face flushed with righteous fury. A small crowd's gathered, mostly curious staff and a few patients on crutches. I park my bike, start filming from a distance. There's Lily, I narrate, keeping my voice low, trying to ban me from my lunch spot. This is next level petty. She's yelling now, her voice shrill. This cafeteria is for people who need it, not selfish jerks like my brother. A nurse walks by, smirking, and mutters, Lady, it's just food. I'm about to step in when Tina marches out, arms crossed, apron still on. Hey you, she calls, pointing at Lily. What's this nonsense about banning people? Lily freezes, then juts her chin out. It's not nonsense. It's wrong for outsiders to eat here. Tina laughs, a big booming sound that draws more eyes. Sweetie, I've been slinging trays here for 10 years. We love our regulars. Your brother included. You're the only one with a problem. Lily's face goes beet red and she stammers, But it's not fair. Tina steps closer, towering over her. Life ain't fair. Now scram before I call security. Lily's flyers drop to the ground as she backs off, tears welling up. I zoom in, catching every second. And there she goes, I say, defeated by the queen of the cafeteria. The crowd claps, actually claps, and Lily bolts, her sobs echoing down the street. I feel a twinge of pity, but it's buried under a wave of relief. She tried to hit me where it hurt, and she flopped. That night I upload the footage. Lily's Revenge, the petition flop, I title it, and it's trending by morning, 2 million views and counting. Comments flood in. She's a clown. Tina's my hero. Alex, you're living rent-free in her head. I'm at my apartment, sprawled on the couch, grinning at the screen. My phone buzzes again, another unknown number. You think this is over? Watch your back. I roll my eyes, but my gut twists. She's down, not out. A week later, I'm biking home from work when I spot Claire and Sophie outside my building, looking nervous. I brake hard, tires squealing, and pull out my phone. What are you doing here? I ask, filming. Claire fidgets, her muddy sneakers scuffing the pavement. Lily sent us, she mumbles. She wanted us to slash your tires, but we're done with her. Sophie nods, eyes wide. She's obsessed, Alex. She's telling everyone you ruined her life, but after that petition thing, no one's buying it. I lower the camera, a slow smile spreading. So you're bailing on her? Claire nods. She's toxic. We're sorry about the bike. I let them go, feeling lighter than I have in months. Lily's losing her grip, her friends, her credibility, her power over me. I head to the cafeteria the next day, and Tina's got a surprise. A little sign on the counter, Alex's Corner, with a doodle of a bike. You're family now, she says, sliding me a free plate of nuggets. Jake's there too, laughing. She's toast, man. You won. I dig in, the salty crunch perfect, the quiet wrapping around me like a blanket. My phone's silent, no texts, no threats. Maybe she's finally done. But I'm not naive. Lily's out there licking her wounds, probably plotting something dumber than ever. I film my last bite, looking into the lens. So here's the deal, folks. I kept my lunch spot, my bike's rolling, and Lily's learning the hard way. Don't mess with someone who's got nothing to lose. The lesson? You can't control people just because you're mad they're living their life. I'm good, better than good. She's not. What's next? Who knows? Drop a comment. Should I brace for round 3, or is Lily finally out of moves? Like, subscribe, hit that bell. This is Alex signing off. I lean back, the sun filtering through the window, warm on my face. I've got my peace, my people, my channel thriving. Lily's stuck in her misery, and that's her burden, not mine. The world keeps spinning, and I'm riding it out, one nugget at a time.